Okay, so I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm in the van with my beautiful lady friend here. I wore the Mooterus. So I wore the Mooterus. I saw some comments that I was wearing a Slipknot shirt. No, and I wore the jacket because I love this jacket. It's reversible. It's actually reversible.
There are not
Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs. You can learn a thing or two from the jackets. Because this is actually reversible. There's no seams on the inside. It's a different color. So the game tonight, I started out, I really wanted Dallas to do well. It took about 40 seconds before I got mad at John Klingberg.
True.
I got mad at John Klingberg a lot tonight. I got mad at Radulov a couple of times. I even pointed out to Yvonne, I said, when he took his penalty at the end of the game, I said he has to get his penalty in because I'm here. He had 2 penalties the last time we saw Dallas live. I remember that. The Dallas lost that game against Vancouver and he had 2 penalties in that game. I think it was 2. But I could tell right out of the gate Dallas didn't have it. The only hope they had was that Vancouver might take a bunch of penalties and that the penalty kill would wreck the Canucks. But it didn't happen. And Ottinger had a rough game. I think there was, of the 4 goals, though, I think there was maybe 1 he could have stopped. Like, it's not his fault, but his save percentage takes a bit of a beating. Really, Dallas didn't look like the team that was fighting to get into the playoffs. Like, if I brought you to that game and I said, hey, which one of these teams is in a playoff spot, you would have guessed Vancouver.
Yeah.
And here's the trick. I don't think there's enough games left for Vancouver to get into the playoffs. But before Canuck fans get mad at me, I do think Vancouver's a better team than Dallas. And I told my wife that during the game.
You did.
Now the radio's playing Coming Undone by Korn. It's like they're playing all of my favorite songs. But I have to turn it down because I don't want a copyright strike and I want to be able to post this video and keep it up. So, the takeaway I got from this was the Canucks win their 6th in a row. They looked great. Pettersson was great. And I was very proud of Dickinson. So today there was an article on Dickinson, I think it was on Sportsnet, where he basically said it's been a crap year and he's trying to salvage it. And he admitted this has been a really, really, really tough year for him. So to see him get a goal and 2 assists, and it was a beautiful deflection on that goal, that was nice. Seeing them win a game without Bo Horvat was nice. You wouldn't know he wasn't there. Well, as soon as Brock Besser scored, that's when I put the jacket on.
Yes.
Because I was like, Brock Besser scored a goal. That changes everything. I have to do the Brock Besser scream, which I did.
Twice.
I even did it when he got the assist.
Yes.
So, my boy Besser was back. Then there was the silent auction. I went between the second and third period. They have a silent auction. I won the auction on a Thatcher Demko picture. I know Lewis would have liked to have bid against me so that I could have got it, because that's what he does. He bids on things
gotta bid it
because
up.
he wants to make sure I get them. I'm not sure I understand the logic on that.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
Why did you bid me up? Well, I wanted to make sure you got it. This doesn't make any sense.
So you're gonna pay more?
It's like shooting somebody in the foot on the battlefield and going, I just wanted to see that you would survive on the battlefield. Maybe if you hadn't shot me in the foot. Anyways, it was a fantastic game. It was a lot of fun. I won the picture. That'll go up on the new set in the new house, which we should be starting the move into it early in May.
Yeah, probably 3 weeks.
It'll take, yeah, and then it's not going to be a one-day move thing like last time. That was terrible.
God, that was awful.
So it's going to be a gradual move, and I want the Canucks to prove me wrong. I didn't keep them 18th on the power rankings because I don't think they're playing well. I kept them 18th because, to me, the teams that are in those playoff spots right now deserve the top 16. But man, after tonight's game, it's hard not to put the Canucks into 16th. What the hell happened to Vegas? How do you lose at home against New Jersey when they don't have Jack Hughes? They don't have a goalie. Like, there was a Devils fan before the game that said, can you play goal? Because if you can get down to Vegas, we could really use your help. They beat Vegas in Vegas 3-2.
I want to go to Vegas.
I want to go to Vegas too.
I miss Vegas.
But apparently this year Vegas won't be a playoff team. So, and Dallas, so that made me feel a little better about Dallas losing tonight, although now they're in the second wild card because the tiebreaker belongs to Nashville. So then you get Nashville and Calgary. So you get the Cowboy Hats versus the Cowboy Hats. Whereas if it's Dallas against Calgary, it's Cowboy Hats versus Cowboy Hats. So
oh my gosh, so much country music.
Could be a lot of country music in the playoffs this year.
Oh my gosh.
So, but I have to say too, the level of trolling from the DJ that he kept starting "Take Me Out" by Franz Ferdinand,
Mean.
which is one of Yvonne's favorite songs, and then he put in "Make Some Noise."
It was mean.
He just splices that in there. That was funny. Of course, I danced. I'm still standing because I have to.
Always.
I dance after games at home.
He does.
I play it really loud after games at home.
You do.
And they win. So the reviews when Vancouver wins a game end up being probably about 4 minutes later than they should be, because I have to dance to "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John, or "I'm Still Standing" technically. So I'm still standing. You got to drop the G or else it's the wrong song. But yeah, it was a fun game. I really enjoyed going tonight. I wasn't sure I'd have the energy because after Slipknot last night, holy crap, that was just...
We're so old.
Slipknot tired me out the first time too, and I missed the first act the last time I saw Slipknot.
That was so fun.
It was fun. It's long.
It's very long.
And when I went in and I was like, this is a hockey game, it's going to last 2.5 hours, I felt better.
Yeah.
So even though the game started an hour later, we're leaving Vancouver way earlier than we left the Slipknot concert.
Yeah.
But yeah, a great game. I want the Canucks to prove me wrong. I want them in the playoffs. I still don't think they're going to get there. But it was fun. Yvonne rocked the hoodie.
Did you get my name for a moment there?
Kind of. Well, I've still got Maria Brink on the brain. So, you know, she's the lead singer of In This Moment. And I know we locked eyes at one point in that concert yesterday. And it was... There was that moment.
Right.
I saw her point at me and go, THG. And I was like, no, you got to do your concert, Maria. Forget that I'm here.
Right.
That was special. It was nice.
Special.
It was nice.
Right.
I am special, and I'm glad you acknowledge it. So, what else from tonight's game? What else is there to mention?
I don't know.
Like,
got to meet a few subscribers. That's
we did get to meet subscribers, and you're a star too. One of them wanted you in the picture,
which is always weird.
So I took some selfies. Now there were people that were railing about the fact we were wearing masks at the game. Yvonne has had surgery. Yvonne is due for another.
And 3 blood transfusions.
Right. So her immune system right now is not optimal.
It's crap.
And then she has to have another surgery as well. And if you had some kind of an illness, it doesn't even have to be COVID. If you had some kind of an illness, that's going to make that harder. If you're even eligible at that point. So we want to make sure that everybody stays healthy. So that's why we did that. And
Not
so
that we have to justify wearing a mask to protect
no, I don't think we do either. And also it's a nice way to keep your face warm at a hockey game.
True.
And then you don't have to cheer when they tell you to. You don't have to scream when they tell you to. And you can swear when things happen and nobody notices that you swore because they don't see your mouth moving. There are times where the mask makes sure that strangers don't see you going, are you being serious? Like so the mask makes sure that they don't see that. But anyways, it was fun. I hope anybody that was at the game had a good time as well. It was very enjoyable, and that's the last time we're leaving the house, I think, until we go to Vegas in August. Other than the move. I don't think we're going anywhere.
Ever.
I don't think we're going anywhere.
I'm going to all the places.
Well, you're taking the kids for a weekend into the woods to hunt muskrats and whatever. I don't know. Well, you're taking them camping, so I assume you're hunting something. Because what's the point of camping if you're not hunting anything? Am I right? You should. Like raccoons. There's lots of raccoons. A couple of bears. So, you know. But yeah, so I hope everybody had a good time at the game. Could you drive faster, dude? Holy crap. I just don't understand some of these people.
In the HOV lane, I don't think there's 2 people.
I don't think there's 2 people in that car, but he wasn't in the HOV lane long enough to get clocked being in the HOV lane, so I think he's fine. But anyways, and if it was your truck and you're watching this video, slow down. It's okay. It's not, I mean, I don't see flashing lights, so he's not an ambulance. Anyways, I hope everybody that was there had a good time. We had a good time. It's the last Canucks game for us. I don't think we're going to Canucks games for the playoffs in Abbotsford either.
No, I think we have.
Unless we did like a single game. Because we have dibs on tickets, but I didn't get tickets. I think they've already started going on sale.
We should look at
They've
that.
won 6 in a row. Abbotsford's doing really well because we're not going to their games.
I would like to look at that. That would be fun.
All right. But anyways, guys, take care. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You happen upon this video, which would be a weird one to come in on, but I don't judge. I don't judge. Anyways, yeah, it was fun. Great time was had by all. I was very happy for the kid in front of us in the Pedersen jersey that he got on camera. Because every time there was a pause, he'd stand up and he'd jump around and he was shaking his jersey around. He really wanted to get on camera and he kept looking at the big screen. So he finally got on there. And I was of the mind that if he didn't, I would take like a little video of him and post it. And not monetize it or anything like that. And just make sure that that kid got like thousands of views to that video. So that would make his day knowing that people saw him rocking the Canucks jersey. Because he had the Pedersen, and Pedersen had a fantastic game. If you are a Canucks fan and you at any point this season argued to trade Pedersen, hang your head in shame. I never argued it. I never made a video on it because it's stupid and it will never happen unless he wants out. He is the franchise player this team has needed. And if you're looking for toughness, then go and get a tough guy. It's not about toughness. Great player, great game, had a lot of fun. Take care. From me and the Mooterist, I'll do the review when I get home.